I guess in a lot of ways, I'm wondering why it is I want to do this. And I guess it's not so much important what I say or what I don't say or what I have opinions on or I don't have opinions on. But for the first time, I guess, in my generation, there's been a format which allows you to collect your thoughts, present your thoughts in a global environment, um, and save them for posterity, or save them for the future. Posterity is probably the wrong word. Like for future consumption, for however long this web page lasts, or for however long I have digital copies of my rants or conversations or musings. Um, Someone has access to that, and I look back at the Super 8 video that my father produced when I was younger, which was a joy to me growing up. I got to experience his life and my mother's life and my life and my sister's life through that. And some of the memories I have of that time when I was younger are only through that video evidence. There's no other memory I have of those events. And although I have had really quite spontaneously strong emotional responses to returning to locations that I don't remember anymore, but that I know I've been to, and I go back to those places and I have a really quite strong reaction. Um, I think whether or not I have children to watch these videos in the past, I think being able to watch them myself, or I think really for other people to watch, to see what I was like, um, maybe next week or next year or next 10 years or maybe after I'm dead, that people who knew me or want to have, who may want to have some experience of me or my life can do that. And I don't think it's anything um, I don't think there's anything profound about that, other than a personal connection or a non-personal involvement connection. Because what am I doing? I'm just talking. I'm just being myself. But for some people in the future, this might be profound, and I don't know. I guess because I never had this when I was growing up, because I never had my family talking to camera or saying things, but I saw them. I understood that if I'd had some glimpse into who they were other than those silent videos, I might know more about them. And so I do this so that other people might know more about me. And quite frankly, since I've rambled for 3.5 minutes about nothing other than the fact that this is about me, I haven't actually said anything about me, which is normal. And, well, for those people who know me, that's fucking normal. So I guess it's not really. It's in some ways it's not important what I say, but the fact that I spend some time saying something, and I guess I wanted to say that this time, rather than just rambling incoherently as I normally do. Um, so I guess if anyone has any kind of things they want me to ramble about, I'll ramble about them. But in the meantime, I'll just say things that seem appropriate or non-appropriate or inappropriate or fatuous at the time. I mean, I've spent the last couple of hours at various staff drinks, and I don't think I said a sane word at any of those events. And not only has that not been abnormal, it's been quite clear to me that the people around me have not seen that as abnormal, which I guess is what comes of knowing me, is that I'll take something that's said and turn it into something that I think's funny. And it's not that I'm unaware about whether you think it's funny, because I want it to be funny for the room, but ultimately I'm making it funny so that I laugh at it. And if you laugh along with me, that's a bonus. But my intention is to make you laugh along with me. But if you don't, I ain't that really that I ain't that bothered. I think I've spent enough time in my own company to be comfortable who I am, and to not be concerned about whether anyone else finds what I do witty or clever or charming, as some people have mentioned to me in the past. I'm trying to keep myself entertained, and I find that fun and I enjoy it. One of the only provisos I have for that is that I don't ever intentionally offend anyone. I offend people all the time, but I never intentionally do it. It's not something I aim for, and if I have offended someone and they have a valid argument for their offence, I will apologise and I will retract what I've said. But most of the time, people aren't offended, and when they are offended, they are offended for what I think are inconsequential reasons, and I'll point it out to them. But I have offended people because of my mistakes, and I have apologised to them. I think I can count on one hand the number of times that I felt that it's required of me to apologise, and I have apologised. Because there's a line that most people have, and not only do I not see it, but most of the time I don't see it once I've crossed it and look back. But there's been a couple of times when I've crossed it, looked back and gone, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, I shouldn't have said that. That was something that was not appropriate. It's because my boundaries are different from other people's, and it's not because, it's partly because I've stretched those boundaries with friends and relatives that recognise that boundaries are something that are social constructs. But also, I find that the best way to learn about someone, and learn of someone that you want to learn about, the quickest way, not the best way, is probably arguable. Best way is definitely arguable. The quickest way to learn about someone is to cross a line that they don't want to have crossed, and they will tell you. And if you're able to deal with a rebuttal and able to rectify that behaviour, that's a good way to quickly learn about someone and quickly become very, very understanding of them. And I just don't have time anymore for playing games. I've never really been very good at playing social games. I'm just not that good at them. And so I push boundaries until people just snap, and then I learn about them, and I can be a better friend. But that doesn't always work. Some people get genuinely offended, and that's something I deal with. Wow, this got very personal very quick. Not very quick at all. 8.5 minutes. It took me a long time to get very personal. Anyway, signing off for now. I'll speak again sometime when I feel like the rambling.